Hey boys, welcome back to some more Roosters career mode, round 16, taking on the Rabbitohs, the arch rivals here. And so this fucking confused me so much. So I've been trying to work this out for so long because I've got the Origin Game 3 recording saved up, and I've got round 16 here, and I've been trying to work out which one's first, because this team right here is we're back to a full strength side, but the next game will be the Origin match, which I think it feels, I don't know why, but we've got like two rounds in a row and then the Origin, which makes sense, but we've got like all our normal players back. I don't know, it's very strange. It's very strange. Just Sam Burgess off the kickoff. What is this nonsense? Ferguson is going to round him up 10 meters out, so absolutely shocking start. It's not on a game at all, but yeah, it's confusing. But Inglis here is gonna score the first try. It was a long cutout pass. I read it pretty well. Nicarima came up, but unfortunately Inglis versus Nicarima, probably a bit of a mismatch and a fairly simple try. But yeah, I don't know why we got a full strength side. I think it was just one of those times where if you change, I could change the team and it didn't affect like Origin. It was just one of those little things in the game where it didn't matter, like that the Origin game was next. It sort of just worked out that way. But Inglis here, we got our full strength side back, but Inglis is just dominating us at the minute. It was a good little line run there. He just got in between two defenders with, I think it was Copley there. I tried to come up and shut it down, but again, just mistimed it slightly, and Blake Ferguson one-on-one, just no chance. So the Rabbitohs go up 12-0 early in this very wet day, or night I should say. But the Rabbitohs still playing with fire a little bit in the wet conditions, looking to throw a bit of an inside pass, and it came off one of our players, but we picked it up, regathered, so we get the full set of 6 here to attack, and a huge high shot on Takiaho there. It looked like one of the Burgess boys. Geez, that was a poor, that was a poor high shot. As Corden here, beautiful little play, and Kenny Dow on the end of it. Really nice play. Cordner and Kenny Dow, they've been our best players over the last few weeks, because they haven't been involved in Origin. Obviously Kenny Dow can't be, but Cordner just hasn't been selected in New South Wales, which has worked out good for us. It's provided some good depth in the forwards, and it was a great play there. He got in between a couple of defenders, set up Kenny Dow with a nice try, as Daniel Tupou just gets met there by Inglis. Not going to be making too many. I'm not going to be beating the fullback too often. Inglis is one of the best in the game, obviously. But a good little kick there, just trapping the Rabbitohs inside their 10-meter line. And we get a chance here, last tackle, to put in an attacking kick. And right, he was straight through. And fucking Copley takes a catch. I sort of just already had the plan that I was going to put in a little kick. But then for some reason the Rabbitohs player just, I don't know where, he just went somewhere. And fucking just, I don't even know. We should have scored. And then in the end of the first half there, a little bit of excitement almost resulted in a runaway try for us, but not to be. But yeah, just that. And then poor play there. What was I thinking? The offload straight away in the second half. It was a very poor pass. But then right here, just so frustrating. We get the knockdown. Inglis is eventually going to pick it up. And he's going to pick up his hat-trick here. I was so frustrated right here because it was poor. What happened here? It was a poor offload. And I kick it through. I wanted to pick it up. And then right here, I wanted to dive on it, but I just couldn't. He would not dive on it. Inglis picks it up and beats Nicarima, beats another player, and then beats Ferguson to score his hat-trick. I mean, this game just aren't quite going our way. We should have scored at the end of the first half, so it's been a pretty big swing. A 12-point turnaround, sort of, as, yeah, I was trying to explain it. You know, I just had the idea of just kicking, but Cody Nicarima here, the X factor off the bench, just providing that spark. Just a nice quick play the ball, a little gap in behind there, just pin the ears back and go for it. That was a nice try, you know, very simple. You know, not some ridiculous pass or offloads and stuff. Just a nice, you know, a nice simple try. And it's a try that's realistic. You know, there's a hole in the, you know, scrambling defense, and just go for the line. It's good stuff. But right here, beautiful play by Nicarimo again to exploit the blind side, and Heimel Hunt there gets it back to Kenny Dow to score his second try. We did miss with that last kick, which is a pretty big miss, honestly. We could have, you know, leveled it up here, but unfortunately we're still going to be 2 points behind, which is a bit of a shame and a bit of a worry, honestly. As Nicarimo again scooting out from dummy half, gets it back to the blind side. Heimel Hunt steps inside a couple, and gonna link up with that man again, Kenny Dow. Inglis takes the ball carrier and just frees a pass for Kenny Dow to score his hat-trick. Good work by Heimel Hunt. And I was trying to work out, because when I was like putting all the players back in the side, I was trying to work out who I had on the other wing, because I couldn't think. I was like, yeah, obviously we have Ferguson, Kenny Dow, Tupou, and Copley, but I couldn't work out who the other winger was. But I did work out eventually that it's usually Latrell Mitchell, but I kept Heimel Hunt in here just because he's been playing pretty good. And what about that free try? Beautiful stuff. Cordner. We're just on an absolute roll here. It was just a bit of a, you know, just a nothing real kick, and just a beautiful little bat down. Heimel Hunt here, just the deft touch to put the little boot on it. Cordner picks it up. He doesn't actually plant the ball down, but he would have anyway. You know, we got awarded the try. It was just the game, a little bug right there, but we would have scored. But I mean, this is the turnaround, 28-18 now. But Alex Johnston here, big shot coming in from Kenny Ferguson, actually. But Dane Nielsen there, just off the back of that line break, just couldn't get back and cover for it. Who was that? Kenny Dow trying to make the tackle, but just the Rabbitohs clawing their way back. I mean, we scored like, what's that, like 4 tries back to back? I'm not too sure. I can't even do the maths, but we've been in some scintillating form this second half. But right here, the 40-20. Honestly, by this stage, I thought all our hard work, all our just great play could be undone by some really good Rabbitohs play. You know, they scored the try, and now the 40-20. That's a huge play. But the last tackle, we defended pretty well, and they're looking to go for the little grubber. It's a good kick. Kenny Dow, though. No, it's not fucking Kenny Dow. It's Ferguson. He does just unbelievable well to get the ball, just pick it up there, race out the in goal. He was rounded up pretty quickly. I was actually surprised he didn't run the length of the field, but it was just great work by Ferguson. I keep thinking Kenny Dow's the fullback for some reason. But that right there is probably the match winner. And then a good little kick here. We aren't going to force the dropout, but that's probably the second best option. As our last tackle, the best they could do is just kick the ball downfield, and that is going to be the ball game. That was quite the game. That was pretty impressive by us to come back. I thought our tries were pretty special, honestly. It was a good display in that second half. Not too many errors either, which is good. Hopefully you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you next time.